Hi, let's get started. According to trends posted on clinicaltrials.gov as of December 2017, there are currently 269,949 clinical trials going on with locations in all 50 United States and in 203 countries. However, when someone mentions clinical trials, the term lab rat, guinea pig, a science project come to mind, and people generally will steer away from wanting to be part of the clinical trial process. However, I believe this is based on a lack of knowledge. So today I want to talk to you about what is clinical research, specifically what is a clinical trial, and why you should consider participating in clinical research. So who am I to talk to you about this? I have been a cardiac nurse for 28 years, and I have been involved with clinical research for about 20 of those 28 years. It is a passion of mine, and according to statistics on the National Institute of Health website, NIH.gov, about 1 in every 100 people would be approached by a clinical trial. So let's start with increasing our basic knowledge and learn the meaning of what clinical research and clinical trials are. According to an article on the University of Virginia website titled, "What is Clinical Research?" Clinical research is defined as the study of health and illnesses in people. It is important because it is the way we learn how to prevent, diagnose, and treat illnesses. It is also at the heart of all medical advances. Simply put, it helps us take what we have learned in basic research and in the lab and transition it into treatments and information to benefit patients like you and me. So moving on, a clinical trial or a research study is part of the clinical research process and is a protocol structured to answer specific questions about a problem or an illness, and may be done for several reasons. It may be done to understand a need or problems or feelings people are having about an issue. An example of this is surveys regarding medications or testing that we do, and to see how they make you feel in ways that they can make them better for us. Clinical trials also look at ways to prevent and detect or treat illnesses that impact us and our families every day. This may be a new drug or a device that can impact the flu, cancer treatments, or heart valve disease, to give a few examples. So now that we have the definitions, why don't we move on to the second point, and let's discuss things we should consider regarding participating in clinical trials. According to an article on NIH.gov, people participate in clinical trials for a couple of different reasons. Healthy people will generally participate in trials to help others and to help advance science in general. This is mostly in drug trials. They will receive a test drug, and they will have blood draws over a series of time, and then they will also fill out surveys to help them answer questions about how they felt at each of the time points. And this helps gather information on how long a drug may be in a patient's system. It also gives us those little warning labels on the side of the bottles that say this drug may cause dizziness, drowsiness, nausea, to give a few examples. But people with an illness or a disease also participate to help others, but also possibly to receive a treatment that would not otherwise be available to them. Examples of this are cancer treatment or a heart valve. We wouldn't give those to healthy patients, but for patients with illnesses, we may test those in them before the FDA will approve them. Other things to consider when considering clinical research is read the informed consent process. Know why the research is being done. Know what's going to be expected of you. Look at the benefits. Look at the risk. Is it going to be worth it to you? Finally, remember, being in a clinical trial is a voluntary thing, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And if you at a later time decide that you don't want to be in clinical research, you can always withdraw your consent at any time without any repercussions. So in conclusion, after learning the definitions of clinical trials and clinical research and reviewing things to consider when participating in a clinical trial, I hope you will say yes to clinical research, because the medication or treatment you advance may benefit you as well as it may benefit someone you love. Thank you.